we get started. All right. So is there anybody that wants to share? You got your camera on, Carnisha. Go ahead and unmute yourself. What we waiting on?
So what's going on, family? Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys are feeling blessed. I'm super excited to just continue to get these calls back going because, how you set your day is pretty much going to determine, your whole energy throughout the day. But the simple fact that we are getting back into this momentum, coming into March, I think this is the perfect time for you guys to really just lock in. Right. We have already started the year off. So I'm super excited, to get these calls back going. Shout out to Josh. Happy birthday. And y'all, let's go. Let's get it. It's time to lock in.
For sure, for sure. Definitely appreciate that. So, what were you grateful for? Is it the cause? Is that what you were saying you were grateful
Yeah, I'm super grateful for the calls because honestly, like when the calls aren't going on, I'm like, man, what is everybody doing? What is the vibe? You kind of get lost in the sauce. But at the end of the day, I'm super grateful for these calls because this is how we started to build this community, honestly, is with the calls, right? Making sure that everybody is on the same accord, making sure that everybody has the same energy. And this is how you really build community. You get to see how people are in the trenches with their cameras on, really going after their goals. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful for these calls.
for sure, for sure. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, and thank you for the birthday wishes for everybody that wished me one. If you can turn your camera on, definitely turn your camera on, you guys. That's another thing that I really want to start to get going more in the community, simply because I know for a fact when I first joined the business, this is normal. You get on a Zoom call, you start looking at everybody else. You're like, who got their camera on, whatever the case may be. And I started just seeing different type of people. It was one person in specific who's actually in my business now, but he wasn't in my business before. I joined the community, right? There was a community of just African Americans that I knew of, right? And it is this one Asian guy on the call, and he got like a helmet on. He got smudge on his face, looking like he was just working in the sewers or something. And I'm just yo, I'm chilling in the crib and I'm on the Zoom call, and this man is locked in, hard hat on, Asian in the cameras, like looking dirty. I'm not gonna lie, like he on the call working, getting down and dirty, and he locked in on the Zoom call. Like, what the heck? Like, if that ain't commitment, then I don't know what is. I'm like, he got to be making a lot of money. That was my mindset. I'm like, he locked in at work and he on this call. After that moment, I started watching. I was on Zoom calls in the shower. I was on Zoom calls in the car. I was on Zoom calls at work. I'm like, yeah, he's not gonna get more success than me looking like that on this Zoom call. It's normal to compare yourself, right? So when you got the cameras on, you can compare yourself and see people who look like you, who wear fits like you wear fits, who in the car and you in the car too. Whatever the case may be, you might be able to see something in someone else, right? And it might make you want to connect. I got two of my brothers with their cameras on, Denzel and Emmanuel. Y'all don't know each other, right? I didn't know Denzel since I was in sixth grade. Emmanuel, I've known you since for the past couple of years. So it's like these are now opportunities for you guys to see each other, to be able to potentially make connections. So now when you go to the group chat and you see a Emmanuel, you see a Denzel, you see a Shania, you've seen their face, you know what they look like, and it's a little bit easier for you to reach out, right? So let's go ahead and dive into everything, you guys. Today I want to talk about a reset and a lock in. Okay. Reset and lock in, right? I want to help you guys all month. I want to help you guys maximize March so that we could create massive momentum. Y'all heard all them M's? Because that's what we're here to make. That's what we're here to make. I'm here to help y'all maximize March for massive momentum. That's four M's. I know I'm gonna get one of them. I don't know who want the other M. Right? It's four M's available. It's three M's left available. I got one of them. Y'all can take the other three. I don't know who want it. Say I want it if you want an M. All right. Let me see who want it bad enough. The first three gonna get it. The first three that say me gonna get it. Right. Carnisha got one. Who got the next M? Shania gonna be the next millionaire. There's only one millionaire left in the community, y'all. Emmanuel said he wanted Denzel. He was too late. So let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. So the first thing I want to talk about, and the first thing I want to share with you guys, I want you guys to understand. I want you to write this down if you are taking notes. If you're not taking notes, you should be taking notes. Okay. The thing I want you guys to write down is leave the losses. Okay. Leave the losses, take the lessons, and move with intention. Okay. That's the vibe for this month. That's the vibe for every new month. After a month has finished, you want to leave the losses. You want to say, okay, man, these are the things that just did not go right. These are the people who just did not join my business. This is the trades that just didn't hit. This is the problems that happened with my car. These are the problems, the arguments that happen in my family. Leave the losses. Take the lessons. So I lost, but not but it was a loss, but this is why. This is what happened. This is what could have been better. I got into it with my brother Emmanuel yesterday, and this is why we got into it, but this is why we could switch things around. This is how I will make sure that we don't have this argument again. All right. So you want to leave the losses, leave the negativity of the situations, take the lessons, right? And move forward with intention. Why did me and I'm just making this up, y'all, but why did me and my brother Emmanuel get into it? Oh, because I said this. He didn't like that I said this. So he said that and this and that. Da, 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 da. Boom. We got into it. We got it. We're not happy with each other. I'm going to leave the negativity of that situation. But I'm going to take the lesson. I said this, and this is what triggered him to say this back. And this is why he felt like this. So moving forward, I just might not say that. Or I might explain myself in a different way instead of saying it how I said it. Do y'all see how that is now patching the road to not face the same thing moving forward? Right? You identified that it was a mistake, it was a problem, it was a loss, it was a negative. You analyzed it, you took the lesson from it, and you move forward with the lesson in mind. Okay? So I want to talk to you guys about why a reset is personally needed. Right? So the perspective that I want you guys to have and understand is that the past does not equal the future unless you live there. That is a quote from Tony Robbins. The past does not equal the future unless you live there. So if you spend a bunch of time in the past of what happened, da 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 da, right? Like I recently lost my grandmother, and people might be like, "Man, he just posts his grandmother every other day, like on some random stuff." I don't live in it, right? I don't wake up and dwell on my grandmother being gone, but there's certain times where I'll be like, "Yeah, I miss my grandmother." Right? That's just the thing. That's just what I'm doing. But I'm not dwelling on it. I'm not living. I'm not waking up every single day wondering why and trying to change something that can't be changed. Right? And that's what we can't do. We can't dwell on what's already done. So many people spend so much time thinking about what could have been, what should have been, what possibly would have been. I wished it could have been. Whatever the case may be, instead of just focusing on what you can do in the present that will create your future. Okay? So, understand, you guys, we have 12 months in a year. We have a total of 365 days. Most people, they wait until January 1st to start thinking of new year, new me. They wait until January 1st to reflect on their past and say, oh, this year was a fail. This year was a win because of XYZ. But understand, you can make a greater year by having good months. Good months. And you have good months by having good weeks. And you have good weeks by having good days. And the only way you can make sure that every week is a good week is by waking up with the intention to have a good day. Having a game plan that's going to help you get closer to your goals and doing at least 1 to 3 of those things a day. And if you do that every single day, 7 times 1 to 3 is either 7 to 21. So in 1 week, you did 21 of the right things. And in 1 month, you did 4 times 21, which is 4, 21, 4, 81. 84, my bad. 84 things correct in a month. And you do that 12 months, I'm not going to keep doing more math. Okay? So the second thing, I want to give you guys a framework to reset your mind, your intention, and your focus. Okay? So the first thing is reset your mind. You want to let go of the past and embrace growth. Let go of the past and embrace growth. I got a quote for you guys from Jim Rohn, and it says, don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action. Because experience is a lot more than saying you know something. When you take action, you gain experience. When you just learn to know something, that's knowledge. And knowledge on ice will get you nowhere. Oh, Josh, I know that. I know that. I know that. Well, why are you not doing it? If you knew it, you would have been doing it and already winning off of it. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. Y'all feel what I'm saying? A lot of people love telling me what they know. Maybe like, nobody cares what you know. What are you doing? And if you were doing what you needed to do, you would be where you wanted to be. Or that goal would have got hit. Right? So instead of, every setback you experienced last month had a lesson to it. And you will not understand the lesson until you take a moment to think about it. So instead of carrying emotional baggage, you want to carry wisdom. You want to reflect on the things that happened. You want to reflect on every setback that you experienced last night. And you want to identify why. You want to identify how. And that's going to give you the wisdom to move forward properly. So I want to give you guys an exercise with that first one. The exercise is, this is an action. You want to write down one key lesson that you learned from last month, and how will you apply the lesson this month? What is one key lesson that you've learned from last month, and how will you apply it into this month to make this month better? I want you to write that down. And before you attack the day completely, or before you go to sleep tonight, I want you to have an answer for that. I want you to have done it. Number 2, reset your intention. Okay? All right, for some of y'all that's been in the community, y'all see a face on here that y'all probably haven't seen in a while, right? My brother Emmanuel's on the call. And I'm grateful that he's on the call right now. We've been having conversations within this past week talking about resetting intention, right? We got Leah back in the community. Shout out to Leah, right? And all of these individuals, we've had conversations of resetting the intention. Okay, boom. We've done this before. We've been here before. These were the goals. What happened? Why didn't the goals get hit? Okay, boom. What needs to happen now? What do we need to do now to regain what you may have had before and take it even further? Do it even bigger. Do it even better. Right? So I got a quote for you guys from Napoleon Hill. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So the first thing I want you guys to understand is that your intention has to be backed by belief. Before you intend to do something, you have to believe that you can actually do it. You have to believe that you can do it. Because when you take that action, when you start taking that action on your intentions, if you have doubt there, you're not going to act properly. So these are some actions I want to give you guys with this, right? You want to reset your attention, understand clarity creates power. So you must ask yourself, 1, what is my primary focus this month? You have to be also like, don't have too many. I know some people right now, they're not where they want to be because they're focusing on 30,000 things at once. And it's like, man, if you just locked in on one of those 30,000 things, the 29,999 would be a lot easier. If you just locked in on the one. So ask yourself, what is the biggest problem solver that you have going on right now? What is your primary focus this month? And why does it matter to you? So that's the first question. What is the primary focus of this month? The second question is, why does that primary focus matter to you? And 3, how will you stay consistent with it? Okay? How will you stay consistent with it? Okay? So I want you guys, right? I started doing this within these past couple morning dedication calls, and I want to keep it up. So I want y'all to repeat after me. Okay? We've been doing affirmations on this call. I want y'all to repeat after me. So, and I want you to write this down as well. So when you start to answer these questions, you can re-say this with intention. Okay? So I want you to write the affirmation down as well. But I want you to repeat after me when we say it and you write it. Right? So I move with intention. Go ahead and say it. I move with intention. I create my success. I control my results. And let's break down why that's important to say. Because first and foremost, you know how they say the you know your the how do they say it? The power is in the tongue or something like that. You know, your tongue is extremely powerful. The things that you hear and the things that you see are the things that you start to believe. Right? If you ain't never seen snow, never heard of snow, would you believe that there is ever snow? No. All right. If you ain't never seen a camel with three heads, you ain't never heard nobody talk about that. You ain't never seen that yourself. Is it going to be possible to believe? Not really. So when you tell yourself, I move with intention, and you say it just like that, your brain starts to register. I move with intention. I move with intention. It's just like a song. All right. I move with intention. I create my success. You start saying that over and over and over, and you start to say it so much that you believe it. Right? Understand the word believe has lie in it. So sometimes you got to lie to yourself until you believe it. Right? Sometimes you got to be a little bit delusional. A little bit delusional. Right? I create my success. There's so many people that walk through this world feeling like their success is banked on the next person. In this environment, your boss doesn't matter. Be honest with you. In this environment, your manager is a nobody. You create your success here. Them telling you do X, Y, Z, them telling you that you can't get this till you do that, that does not matter here. They're a nobody. They create your success in that environment. But in this environment, you create your success. And you need to know that and you need to believe that. And that's what's going to give you the confidence to actually make it happen. Okay? Last but not least, I control my results. I know so many people who failed in entrepreneurship, who failed in investing because they just thought that it was everybody else and everything else but themselves. They focus too much on blaming opposed to taking accountability. Right? Do you realize when you start to take accountability for the things that you want and the things that you did and didn't do, it makes you more powerful. But when you start blaming, like y'all ever heard a kid, I didn't do it. You look very weak and you sound weak. It's not my fault. What? It's like when y'all be like, oh, I'm losing. I took the signal. My business. Like, what, bro? If you don't stand up, you don't stand up and get busy, figure it out. Like, what are we doing? Right? You want to take accountability. You want to have pride and not blaming people. You want to have pride and not making excuses. I'm so prideful of not making excuses. My mentor be like, Josh, why you? I'll be like, you right. You right, bro. I stopped like having rebuttals never brought people success. A good excuse ain't never made nobody rich. Man, bro, see, I woke up late because the kids was crying, and then this happened and that happened. You still ain't make no money today trading. So what we talking about? Your business still didn't grow today. So what are we talking? What is the purpose of you even saying that? Like, what do you want me to clap for you? Like, yeah, it's all good, man. Get some sleep tomorrow. Like, no, nobody cares. Success does not care. All right. So the third thing is reset your focus. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the power of concentration. Some of y'all are on this call right now, you're not concentrated. I get you might be driving. That's cool. But you got to be concentrated on the information. And if right now you're just plugged in because you wanted us to see your name and you wanted to show support, that's perfect. I'll drop the recording. Concentrate on this later. Right? But this quote is by Bruce Lee. The successful warrior is the average person with laser-like focus. The successful warrior is the average person with laser-like focus. I'm gonna tell you how I perceive that. We are all similar. We are all not special until we do something special. And the only way we get to the point of doing something special is if we have focus enough to achieve the special act. All right. So everybody here is equal. Everybody here is equal, right? What makes the determinant factor of who's different, who has this, who does not have that, It's based off of the focus on the action to achieve the goal. All right, that's all it's about. Is the focus on the action to achieve the goal. So you want to identify last month's distractions, you guys, and you want to eliminate them. I was in church yesterday, and when I was in church, they talked about sacrifice, right? And you know what's so crazy? No matter what, sacrifice is always necessary. It's mandatory. Y'all ever thought about it like that? Sacrifice is always mandatory. You want to eat a meal? Guess what? You got to sacrifice some time to make the meal, to go get the meal. You got to sacrifice some money to order the meal, pay for the meal. You got to sacrifice some gas to drive. Nothing will come to you without a sacrifice. Back in Bible ages, before Christ, I believe before Christ, they used to sacrifice lambs and animals and stuff. Why? To show their worthiness, to show that they're willing to give up the materialistic, to show they're willing to give up some things that they could have. This is deep, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. You know how we talk about giving in order to receive? The give is the sacrifice. So if you want to receive a lot of success, you have to be willing to give up, to go up. You got to give up some of that time that you're trying to hold on to. You got to give up some of those distractions that you're focused so heavily on. You got to give up some of that money to make some more money. You trying to hold on what's already not enough in your life is never going to give you more. Right? Let's think about it. What's an analogy that I could give y'all? I want to give y'all a crazy analogy. I can't. I can't. I'm trying to picture it. It ain't coming to me. But just imagine this, you guys. Right? Just imagine you got a basket, right? This basket, let's say, got $30,000 in it. All right, and you need 60,000. You need 60,000, and in that basket, right? All you need to do is turn the basket this way. Give the 30,000 to God so he could go do something with it to put the 60,000 in the basket for you. Like, that's how I look at investing in myself. That's how I look at the membership of the platform. That's how I look at my actions, my work ethic. Like, let me give you a little bit of work so that you could deem me worthy enough to get what I want from it. And that's how we have to start thinking. We have to stop looking at sacrifices as us losing. Oh my goodness. We got to stop looking at the sacrifice like a loss. Oh, I just paid $250. I lost $250. You did not. You just put $250 in a process to give you up to 6 and 7 figures. It's like throwing a coin in a wishing well. You threw the coin in there. You said the wish. You didn't just waste a quarter. You hoping that wish comes true. So we have to stop looking at our sacrifices as losses. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. That's probably why some of y'all are not getting what you want. You're not grateful for the opportunity to even sacrifice. I used to be at church like, man, they always want us to give offering. These people just want my money. But then I'm like, they're not asking for everything in my bank account. Right? They're not asking for everything that I got. And you know what? If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't even have the business that pays me the money that I have now. So why am I not even grateful that I can put something in this basket? Because there are people who literally physically reach in every pocket, go to every bank account, and don't got nothing to give. Nothing at all to give. So when I even got 250 to pay for education, that's something to even be grateful in. It's not a loss. It's like, man, I'm grateful that I even got this to put up to get more in my life. Man, I got to wake up and call these people for my business. I got to go post. I got to create content. I'm grateful to even have some of y'all might notice, not know this feeling, but I'm grateful to even make a call and it go through. I used to get that, your call cannot be completed as dialed because my phone was off. My phone was off. I used to wake up and flip the light switch and the lights can't come on, so I can't get good lighting for the content. So it's like we got to be grateful for the opportunity to even sacrifice, to even get up and go, to even do. And that's when we'll get it, right? So identify last month's distractions and eliminate them, right? There's things that stop you from where you want to be because you're pouring your focus into things that aren't bringing you results, bringing you benefits. Again, church was talking about sacrifice, and I was literally sitting here thinking, like, what do I do that I necessarily don't need? What do I have that I necessarily don't? What could I show? What could I? And this is, me just speaking from my spirituality. Y'all don't have to follow this or think too deeply on this. But I'm like, man, I want to create more. I'm just turned 24. God, I thank you for everything that I've done. I thank you for everywhere that I am now. But I want more. And I need you to know that I want more. And the easiest way for me to let God know that I want more is give up something that I like, give up something that I want, give up something that makes me happy. I'm sure those lambs could have been cooked. I'm sure those lambs could have produced more lambs for the farmers back in the day who sacrificed the lamb for God. I'm sure Jesus could have been like, man, I'm cool. I'd rather experience this life thing instead of sacrificing his life. I'm sure he probably would have wanted to get married and have kids. Y'all thinking like that? Because that's how I'd be thinking, like, man, you know what I'm saying? So identify last month's distractions and don't just eliminate them, but sacrifice them. Tell God, look, man, I know I've been distracted by Netflix. I've been distracted by this. I'm going to go on a fast. I'm not watching no more Netflix for the month of March. I want this, God. If y'all believe in God, this is what I'm doing spiritually. I want this, God, and this is all I'm willing to give up to show you that I want it. And I'm going to wake up every single day and I'm going to do my best. After all of that, work your magic, and I'm confident that you're going to give me what I want. That's my mindset for this month. And then after you identified your distractions, I want you to double down on what worked. Double down on what worked. I've been creating TikToks, getting a bunch of leads here in Atlanta. Shout out to my boy Derek, y'all. He just got started. I haven't even dropped a welcome flyer for him, and he already launched his business. He already got 7-figure mentorship from Rich Off the Net. He already pulled up to the penthouse. He ain't even got a welcome flyer dropped yet. It's dropping today. One of the first people that I'm really going to be running with in Atlanta that I personally enrolled, right? But double down on what worked. I was creating TikTok videos. The TikTok videos have been working. They're still working to this day. And I got over 40 something people to contact in Atlanta. I just moved out here and I already pretty much created a brand new network, bigger than the network that I even felt like I had in Chicago. Right? Next, write down one non-negotiable action for daily progress. What is one non-negotiable action for daily progress to help you reach whatever goal it is that you wanted to reach for the month of March? Okay. Now, next, action plan for a successful month. One, you want to set a clear monthly goal and you want to reverse engineer it. Okay. So Jim Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Your goal is here. The accomplishment is there. It's a bridge. Discipline is the bridge to get you from here to there. So I want each one of you guys, right, to set a specific goal for March. Not make more money, right? I want y'all to be intentional. Not make more money, but, I'm going to enroll 5 new members into my business for the month of March. I'm going to make $5,000 this month, or I'm going to get to a $5,000, $4,000, $7,000 monthly income from the work that I put in this month. And you want to break it down. How much per week do you need to make? How many members do you need to enroll per week? Do you need to enroll? How much profit do you need to make within the week for your trading goal? How much money do you need to put away from your bank account from your paycheck to put it into your crypto portfolio? How many videos do you need to post per week? to reach the follower goal, the exposure goal, the engagement goal. Now, once we understand the week, again, we must break it down into the day. Okay, so how many videos am I going to make today? 3 to 5 videos, because I want to make 35 videos this week. I need to make 3 to 5 videos a day, 5 videos a day, 7 days a week, 35. Then at the end of the month, boom, 35, 35, 35, 35. Right? 5 members this week, 5 members next week, 5 members that week, 5 members that week. So I got 20 new members for the month of March. 2, right? You want to have a daily routine, because understand a daily routine equals daily results. John C. Maxwell said, you will never change your life until you change something you do daily. So success is found in daily habits. Overnight success is a buildup of daily habits. So I want to encourage you to create a structured daily routine that includes a morning routine, starting off with mindset, planning, gratitude, and skill building. I'm going to repeat that one more time. A morning routine that includes mindset, planning, gratitude, and skill building. Then I want you to have a daily routine that includes productivity hours. These are hours of focused work on income producing activities. For my entrepreneurs, business owners, people who want to network and grow a successful network, this needs to be in your daily routine. Outreach and exposure. You need to have new conversations, social media, and networking within the day. This needs to happen daily. And last but not least, a nighttime review. This is where you will assess, adjust, and prepare for the next day. Your day should already be planned before you go to sleep, your next day. Your basketball teams don't go into new games without a new game plan before the game. You want to win championships, you must plan your success. Number 3 is accountability equals acceleration. Tony Robbins said a real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. A real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. So what I want you guys to do is find an accountability partner. Drop a 1 in the chat if you want me to, because I know majority of you guys, drop a 1 in the chat if you want me to appoint you one, or drop a 2 in the chat if you want to find one in the group. Drop a 1 if you want me to give you one. Drop a 2 if you want to find one in the group. I think it'll be easier for me to give you guys one, because you guys don't know each other, and I kind of might know who would be best fit. But we could do that. Y'all could connect with each other and find one. But everybody got to have one, so I don't want y'all to be bougie about who you work with. But we'll do that. All right. So I'm gonna remind me, Carnisha, to give y'all a strategy so that we could get the accountability partners before I close this out. So next, yeah, I'm gonna come back to that. So the last thing is the challenge. Let's lock in for the month of March, right? Eric Thomas says you gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. So I want to challenge you guys, and I want to know who's truly ready to commit 100% to getting more success this month. Let me know in the chat. Who's I see your hand, Emmanuel. Who's really, like, I call March Madness. Like, that's what we call it in our space and in the basketball space. This is March Madness. I want the withdrawals to be mad. I want the new members to be mad. I want everything to just be like, what the heck what happened? Like, how? I want the month of March to have us marching on fire through the rest of this year. Right? I want us to be super satisfied with what the rest of this year is looking like following the end of this month. And the only way we are going to do it is if we all come together with a committed mindset. If everybody is willing to commit to show up to the calls, if everybody is willing to commit to show up to the chats, if everybody is committed to showing up to the events, if everybody is committed to doing their daily part so that we can grow and we can succeed together as one. Okay? So lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the what do you call it? The accountability. So what I want you guys to do is write down 3 of your goals. Right? Shout out to TikTok, y'all see it, man. They still coming. They still coming. But what I want you guys to do is write down 3 goals. 3 goals of what you want to achieve this month in the business and this community and this space. 3 goals. Whether that's a income member goal for rank, whether that's a trading strategy understanding goal, and whether that's a social media, content creation, team building, community, personal goal. Like, give me personal. So business, investments, personal. Business, investments, personal. And with that goal, once you guys do it, I want you to do it in let's see. Once you have the goal, I want you to drop it in the Millionaire Conversations chat. Okay? Drop it in that chat. Once you got your 3 goals, drop it in that chat. And then, see, I think I need to appoint it because, yeah, I think I might need to appoint it because then it's like, what if multiple people reach out to one person, It's just going to be very, very complicated to try to try to do. So what I want you guys to do, I want everybody to just drop their goals, right? Drop their goals, connect with somebody who has a similar goal than you. I'm gonna review the goals, and on tonight's meeting, I'm gonna give you guys who I want to partner you guys up with. Sounds good? Y'all, I want y'all to still connect with each other. If you see somebody that got the same goal as you, still connect anyways. But I'm gonna look at you guys' goals, and based off of timing in the business, based off of where you are, what I believe that you might need, and who might be able to help you, and you help them, because I know majority of you guys, all of you guys, I'm gonna give you guys somebody to work with. Okay, sound good? So this was morning dedication, you guys. Every Monday, and I've been saying every Friday. Some of the Fridays been coming weird. So, but this Friday we will have another morning dedication. We got a new schedule, you guys, that's still in the process of being mastered. But we're gonna have multiple calls throughout this week, you guys. I know sometimes Monday will come, Tuesday will come, we'll have a full schedule. Then Wednesday, Thursday, it'll be like, oh dang, what happened? So we're gonna be having daily calls, you guys. If you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area, this Thursday, we have another penthouse event where we're going to invite individuals to the crib, break down exactly how they can be a part of the community, how they can win and grow with us. If you're not in Atlanta, but you know people in Atlanta, reach out to me and you could connect them with me and we could possibly invite them as well. These Thursday events are very limited. I don't want everybody in the spot. I want to kind of know who's all pulling up and all of that good stuff. But today, you guys, we have our team huddle, and we have an opportunity event. So I'll see you guys on the team huddle tonight. We're going to talk about a trading plan, and we're also going to give you guys some building business guidance within the team huddle. So that's going to be tonight. It's not the typical times. I moved everything an hour up because I think I might be doing something later on tonight as far as like a little birthday celebration. So I hope you guys had a great day so far this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this call as well. But let's attack the day. It's before noon for everybody. So we're still in that first quarter. I hope this gave you some information and some value to set the rest of these quarters off on fire so we can win today's game. But do we have any questions, any comments, any concerns? Anybody want to share any feedback, takeaways, anything like that before we get off? If so, I'll leave you guys, let you guys do that. If not, we could go ahead and close this thing out.
I'm gonna leave some feedback real quick. I appreciate you for doing the morning dedication, bro. Thank you for giving me the access. And even though I was driving, definitely every single word that you said is on my notes, gang. So I ain't make no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and use the voice memo real quick. So I appreciate you. I'm gonna get to it, bro. And it's up and stuck, bro.
Let's
You
get to
locked in.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Appreciate you. Did anybody else want to add anything? If not, it's perfectly fine. I just want you guys to all understand that you do have a voice here. Just because I'm the person training at the moment or teaching at the moment, don't mean that you need to always just sit back and listen. Of course, be respectful when speaking, but I always want to hear y'all advice, your opinions, your feedback, your questions, your whatever the case may be. So if anybody does have anything, I'll leave it open for a few more seconds. If not, you guys, definitely hope you guys have a great day. All right, for sure, you guys. We are out. I'll see you guys in the chat. Don't forget to drop those 3 goals.